Hello, fellows. Here we are. We move from southwest Icacos straight to the north. Mama Lou and Papa Lance out in the north here. And when I turn this camera, I needn't say where I am because most Trinidadians are familiar with this beach. So, hang on. I'm just going to flip it, as Sana would say, and you could guess or you could tell us later on exactly where this is. So here we go. Nice slow rotation. And here we are again. You can't get away from us. So, my friends, the water is very clear. It's beautiful. You could say it's almost transparent out there, which brings us to the subject that we want to talk about this morning. And we've chosen this location because the skies are beautiful. The universe is out there. One lone bird circling up there, enjoying the quietness of the morning. Just soaring high. Already other areas in this region are beginning to fill up with people. And of course, the famous meal that everyone comes to this area for. When we pass, man, you give away the thing, man. Mama Lou give away the thing.
You still don't know which beach.
Bacon Shack?
Yeah.
You have to be
In
out of it.
Maracas?
You. So.
But we're not in Maracas.
All right.
So
Good.
that's the big question. Where are we?
Okay.
We're not in Maracas.
And we're not in Toco.
And we're not in Las Cuevas.
And we're not in Las Cuevas. And we're not in Lafayette. And we're not in Macquarie. Neither in Chaguaramas.
So
So
your
folks-
guess is yours.
So the guess has narrowed down tremendously.
But it's our favorite beach.
Our favorite beach. So, this question of transparency came into my mind past couple of days. And what is it to be transparent? I guess if you have a transparent character, what you see is what you get. What you are in the home life is what you are outside. No cover up, no misleadings, no desire to be something you're not. You're just plain transparent.
What you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. So Mama Lou is going to tell us a little bit with her background of being in audit, what it is to be transparent.
Yes, transparency. Transparency
Yeah.
is a word often used in the audit department. And you, as the auditor, have from time to time again to ensure that there are transparencies in whatever is being done in the company. So audits should be carried out based on different departments, and and the quest is ensuring that transparency exists. All procedures are carried out as stipulated. So you do a lot of research work, background, ensuring that transparency is carried out according to the procedures of the company. Like for example, if there's going to be a contract for a job to be carried out, maintenance work or otherwise, one of the requirement is that you have 5 quotations from a list of contractors. So one of your first check would be to ensure that the people who got the job or the people who quoted for the jobs are all contractors listed by the company. So that's transparency. You did not take someone who is not on the list. And the second thing you're going to look for is to ensure that you have the requirement, the amount of bids that you receive. So that is another check for transparency. And usually it is opened, the tenders are opened by a member of the audit department and someone from the contracts department. And you would go together to the box, the tenders box, and you will collect all the tenders in the presence of each other. At no time should you, as the auditor, go to open tenders and tenders have already been withdrawn from the box. So all of these are tests carried out to prove transparency. So at the end of the day, you will say, yes, it's transparent as far as the contracts are handled.
Enough.
So yes, transparency is something that is usually viewed by people observing. Observing, you observe how someone behaves, what they say, how they treat others, and that way the person is transparent because it is consistent, their behavior, whether they are on the job, whether they're on the streets, whether they're at home or wherever. To be transparent, you have to be consistent. And once consistency is recognized, you can safely say, well, that's transparency. You know, you wouldn't maintain one behavior at the workplace and another one in the home life and another behavior when you're out in a party. So you seem to have
Keep the camera just as it is.
you seem to have many characters. A character for home, a character for workplace, a character for when you party with friends. Well, I will say, if I am to come to a conclusion, I would say that this person is not really transparent because I'm not getting the same feedback about them in different environments. So we judge transparency. That's a kind of hard to pronounce.
Yeah.
We judge it by behavioral factors. How people, how we react. Because we can think that we are really well as a person and we try to impress others and we do succeed in impressing some people, but it could fool some of the people some of the time.
But not all the people all the time.
Not all the people all the time. You know what I'm saying, Nancy?
Yes, of course.
Right. So, but my gauge for transparency is consistency. That at any time I see your behavior is, for example, if you say good morning in your household.
Thank you for the help.
if you say good morning in your household as a family,
Right.
you will go in the workplace and say good morning.
That's right.
And if you're walking on the street and it is part of you to greet somebody, you will say good morning, whether to elders or even to a young person
That's
or
right.
comparable age. And if I see it different, I will say, you're inconsistent. And inconsistency to me speaks of you're lacking some transparency.
That's right. That's right.
I give an example, a small example, but it could go right across the board
Uh-huh.
when we're looking for transparency. So, what is your take?
Well, you've covered it, to tell you the truth. But I like to think that what you've said there, what you are at home, your children know you at home. And when they go out with you, they expect you to be performing in a particular way as they know you,
Right.
right? But if you go outside there and you are a completely
Different.
brand new character to what they know at home, you're going to cause some confusion,
Yeah, because
right? You're not, you have deviated from a characteristic that you are portraying at home. So our children have grown up knowing us. Sometimes Lasana says, and I remember when he was having his lives, he was saying, people, what you are seeing between this couple, you could come to our home and see the same thing without them being in front of a camera, right? Because your attitude is very transparent. You are the same. When we come home to you, you are the same that we see on the screen. Now, people might say, well, what's the point of all of this video? But the point of this video is about being transparent.
on the whole,
On the
not
whole.
about us.
Not about us. About being transparent on the whole. Okay, let's take a politician, for instance. Somebody get up there on the platform and you give a great speech and you promise this and that, and then you can't deliver for one reason or the next. And probably you knew from the outset that you couldn't deliver, but the people want to hear something, right? So they vote you in, but you're not able to deliver due to constraints, due to financial constraints the government is trapped with,
But why promise something you can't deliver?
because it is expected, right? It is expected. So therefore, transparency is lacking. And every ministry, I would say, is accountable for what it preaches. Ministry of Works, Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Affairs, Financial Affairs, Ministry of Health. I went to get a job once. I was at the Express as a young fella, and I've said it before. And I wanted to get a job with Trintoc, the oil company, so named at the time, Trintoc. And I did a little homework there with some editing, and laying out a magazine that the oil company could use. And when I got there, I was one of 3 persons applying for the job in the human resource department. Now it would have meant traveling from Trin City to Point Fortin.
And they didn't have the new highway.
And no new highway, right? I was willing to make a leap from the Express into the human resource department, public relations department. I think that's what it really was. Public relations department. Sorry. And one of the questions that came at the very last, it was asked by one of our prominent citizens in this country. I believe that person has passed on. The question was, if there is, they love what I did, They loved the magazine that I laid out. I had it all properly laid out. And I did it not to impress, but I did it to let them know the public relations department could use such input. And the question, the final question. Now remember, I'm at the Express. I'm at the Express. And we are
So you
upholding.
like to express yourself.
Good. And we are upholding what you would call free speech, democratic speech.
Democracy.
Yes. And with integrity, yeah? Democracy with integrity. So here we are. I am faced now with a question. If there is something vitally wrong with the company, sorry, as a member of the public relations department, should we let the public know? In that split second, you know what I realized was I was up against? I was up against being untruthful. I was asked to disregard Mama Lou, you can get up there, girl? Mama Lou is trying really hard. I was asked to abandon all the precepts I learned in journalism. I want to be true. I want when we put out something in the paper, it is acceptable because it is truth. And as a result of which, I knew I lost the job. There was no way I could get a job because for some reason or the next, the public relations department seemed to me there and then that we could tell a little white lie. But a little white lie becomes a bigger white lie tomorrow. And one that is colossal on the third day. Excuse me. So I said, yes, we should tell the truth. And I knew I lost the job. I lost something I didn't even get. And therefore, friends, that was my take on transparency. I was representing a culture that I learned in journalism, a culture that I learned in my home life in Cora, with my parents and my siblings. And I lost the job. But do you know, better things were in store? Better things were in store on the job, job-wise. So I want to be transparent in what I do. I want when people, and now I'm bringing it personal, I want when people meet us, we could say, we are the same on the screen as off the screen. I could support you in an argument. And if I don't believe that you're right, I want to have the strength to say, no, I believe you're wrong. Because I can't cover up. I cannot cover up. I don't want that to be part of my culture and neither Mama Lou's culture. So my friends, we may not have gone the length on this question of transparency. I didn't do any background work on it, but I know right now I am.
Free and transparent.
I am. You can see right through me, right? I am enamored with the thought that my lifestyle has no cover-up. Our channel has no cover-up. We are, and I would like you to be the same. We're going into a very critical time in our country. In November, we're going to see, and even before, a lot of back and forth accusations because it's the year of elections. And I would like those who are on the platforms to be extremely honest with the population. I would like every service in this country to be extremely honest. Every citizen, every community. I am not a knight in shining armor. I'm just one citizen looking for transparency in the people I meet. That I could say, yes, I trust you. Yes, you have a viewpoint. I may not agree with it. I could bravely say, I disagree. Well, you think I'm talking too much, or Mama Lou think I'm talking too much, boy? All right, she cooled me down a little bit. So, friends, it's a lovely day.
I think we should take an opportunity.
Hold on a second, Bobby. Let me show you transparency here. I mean, you could see everything on this beach. Nothing is clouded that you can't tell there's a house up there. There are little umbrellas along the beach. It's a very transparent day. Beautiful. And Mama Lou is looking as great as ever. And love is something that is very transparent, you know. If you love something or you love someone, particularly someone, or you love your kin, it shows. You can't hide it. If you dislike someone, trust me, you can't hide it either. So my friends, we are up here. We are enjoying a lovely day. You wanted to say something a while ago?
Yeah, I would like to hail out to our friends in the cold countries. We would like you all to take in this beautiful beach, which you still might be guessing where it is. Nancy, are you showing them sufficient at the beach?
Yes, I will do something afterwards that they will really be able to guess.
Yes. And we think about you all over there. It's quite cold. And here we are. You know, we can be very relaxed, enjoying beautiful breeze, the lashing of the waves, our feet in the sand. I think about Tony and Shanta. I know, Shanta, you told me last night you felt homesick for Caracas.